Announced in our fourth quarter earnings actually was, first of all, our fourth quarter relative to expectations. We were quite pleased with what we delivered. We are going through a period of significant transition, and there's been a lot of news about the new products and new strategies that we're putting in place. So what we're looking forward to is a period where, as we introduce our new products, as we gain traction with the efforts that we do, that over time we deliver improved earnings to our shareholders. So it's a very clear focus for us as we go forward.
There has been a lot of excitement about Nokia's partnership with Microsoft going forward, and observers are saying that this could make or break your company. What is your response to that?
Well, certainly it's a very important part of our strategy. Almost exactly a year ago today, we announced the strategy to partner with Microsoft to introduce a new family of smartphones. Since that announcement, we've had some amazing moments. For example, in October, late October, we stood on stage and introduced our first Lumia products, which are those that use the Windows Phone operating system. I happen to have here the Lumia 800, the very first Windows Phone device that has come from Microsoft. And as we announced during our fourth quarter earnings report, we've sold well over 1 million of these devices and its sister product, the 710. So we're making very good progress with that.
The mobile phone industry is a very competitive market by its very nature, and inevitably people are going to compare you with your competitors. And let's look at one of your competitors, Apple. Apple sold 37 devices in the last quarter, and the elephant in the room is, how are you going to keep up with such belligerent pace?
Yeah, well, certainly we don't look at it as the elephant in the room not to be discussed. It's actually front and center for us. That's what we said a year ago, is that there were competing ecosystems that were doing certain things in the marketplace, and we needed to change our strategy to compete with that. And that's precisely what we've done. So now as we go forward, we've established this environment where there are now 3 ecosystems competing. We've introduced new products, we've introduced new services, all of which will set our ecosystem aside from the others. And of course, we're hopeful that that will translate into the competitive results. When people look at our products, give us the awards, begin to purchase, give us tremendous feedback on what we've done, those are the signs we're looking for to say, okay, now we're on the right track to retake market share and to compete effectively. So we didn't think about it as an elephant. We said we have to do something about that, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Since 2009, the number of people that have accessed the internet via mobile devices has doubled. Does this form part of the plan of Nokia going forward? And how are you going to harness this new phenomena?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Indeed, this part of our strategy we call Internet for the Next Billion. And we're very focused on taking the next billion people to a point where they have their very first internet experience. So the Asha family of products are designed to help first-time device users to have their first browser experience, and to do so in a very cost-effective way, to get their very first experience with social networks and so forth on devices that are specifically targeted at those markets and at those price points that can bring large numbers of people to the internet.
Stephen, you've been in Africa for the last few days, and you're now in the South African market in particular. What nuances have you taken away from Nokia's performance here locally and going forward?
The South African market is a very dynamic marketplace. It's a very mature marketplace in terms of the dynamics of the operators, the strength of retailers, the way all of these things come together. It has some unique features as well in terms of the full mix of different aspirations, people wanting some of the lowest priced devices as well as the highest end devices. So it's a market that spans many different requirements. We've learned a lot here in the last couple of days about how we need to partner with the operators to do certain things that are important in this market. For example, some of our competitors in this market have done well because they have flat rate plans, something very popular in South Africa. Well, you should expect to see something from Nokia to ensure that we're very competitive on that front.